Phenom boxing fans here with the one and only Tristen Kalkreuth, back in Cali fighting Felix Valero, a tough opponent, 31 fights. You know, what do you know from the opponent, and what do you want to bring to the table on fight night?
I just know that he's a veteran, he's experienced. I've seen his record. He's fought fighters like Dimitri Bivol and other great fighters.
Outer steak. Steak. Sorry.
So you fight.
We're eating, so.
You ready to do it?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, he fought fighters like Dimitri Bivol, so it's gonna be, it's gonna be a good test. To me, every fight's a test. And like I said many times before, I believe that I'm the youngest cruiserweight ranked in the division. I'm here for a reason. I believe that I'm the strongest, I'm the fastest, and the sharpest. And everything that we've been working on in camp is going to be displayed that night. And it's not really what the work I put in or the work that my dad or my coach or my team put in, but it's the fact that we all believe in God, we put our faith in Christ, and He strengthens us. So I'm very focused. Like I say, it's never nothing personal. It's just business. I'm single-minded. I know what I have to do. I know what I need to do to get the job done. So, and that's what I'm going to display on Saturday night. Is a boyish fighter that his IQ separates him from a lot of other fighters.
You mentioned obviously your young age. This is your 16th fight. You're very well spoken. Oscar and Eric, man, they speak great of you. What does that say that the leaders of Golden Boy believe that you could be the next champion within the state?
Man, it means a lot. I'm in a weight division where there's just nothing but big boys. It's big boys, older men. And as you know, as I keep saying, I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest in the division. I'm the youngest in the division, and they see the tunnel vision. They see the potential. And I know with the God-given ability I have, that I can be a world champion for a long time. I believe that my skills will keep me having longevity in this sport. And Oscar, he speaks more highly on me. Eric, Bernard, and it's just we're knocking on the door. We're knocking on the door. I'm ranked 1 or ranked 3 in America now, and it's time to start pushing top 10. And the easy part about me is just all I gotta focus on is just training and fighting. Each camp I go in there and I train as if I'm training for a world class fight.
Yeah, you mentioned that world class. Obviously, we mentioned in the past that a potential fight against Zurdo Ramirez, unified champion, great Mexican. How would that fight play out between you two? Obviously, him being from Mexico, and obviously you from the U.S. with the skill set that you bring to the table.
I have nothing but respect for Zurdo. We are in the same weight class and things like that, and I believe that eventually that time will come. If he still has some belts or if he doesn't, whatever next step is, I'm more than confident in my ability. My team's more than confident. I'm the youngest ranked for a reason. My IQ separates me from the rest, and I believe that the day that fight comes, I believe I will be victorious. I trust in my ability, and we're just continuing to stack. Like I said, Zurdo's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. Nothing but respect. It's just business, and it's just about getting to the top.
Talking about business, obviously you have worked with 2 great trainers, Ronnie Shields and Womack. How's it working with Womack, man? Having such a big stable, just being around Terrence Crawford, that mindset, that mentality he brings to the table. What have you taken away from working, seeing T-Bud in camp?
I say Womack will probably, at the end of his career and his journey, I say he'll probably go down as one of the best trainers in the world. His system, the way he has multiple trainers that come in and out of camp, and they help and they stay in the group, and you can trust these trainers because they all teach the same thing. That is, it's unheard of, and that's why he had the Trainer of the Year award. And it's just a very special team. Womack is like a father figure when it comes to boxing. I trust him along with my pops, who's been there since I was young. he has all the wisdom in his pinky. You know, I've been working with him my past 2 fights, and ever since I got in camp with him, I just been going like this, just stacking. And I know if I keep going down this rate, I'm gonna be world champion sooner than later. So I'm more than excited. You know, it's pretty simple. I train, I fight, I win, and then I rest. I spend time with my wife, my family, and then I prepare for the next. So it's very simple, you know. And then I'm more excited for this journey.
You mentioned your wife. Obviously, you know, you're just, you know, married your wife a few months ago for New Year's, man. Congrats on that. How's that married life and you know, kind of like everything set into place now that you're at this point where everything kind of just flows and it's working, you know?
Yeah. You know, it's definitely a battle. You know, marriage isn't a fantasy. You know, it's not a fantasy, but it's a beautiful thing. And you know, my wife is a very beautiful woman, very strong woman in her nature. She's part of the team. She's a vegan. Well, not no more because when she married me, you know.
There you go.
I started, you know, I eat regular food, so, but she eats like a rabbit, man. Like the food she makes is healthy, and she's pretty much been meal prepping for me this whole fight. I mean, this whole training camp. So
what a blessing,
it's definitely a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. And, you know, it's definitely God's will. The way everything happened, the way I got married, it's all going towards His purpose and to give Him glory.
For sure. Now we're gonna see you. Obviously, you know, we're 2 days away from fight night here at Oceanside. You know, where can the Phenom boxing followers tune in to Golden Boy? Obviously, tune in on the Zone, but buy the tickets and come out and support and see a great show.
Yeah, you know, follow me, keep up with me on Instagram, Tristen Kalkreuth, TikTok, Tristen Kalkreuth. I'm anywhere. Just look at my name. It's the same. My handle is the same as my name. Stay tuned. It's going to be action-packed card, and everything that I talked about is going to be on display.
Thank you for your time, like always. Blessings. Thank you for your time, like always. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.